If I had $0 and zero fans, here's exactly what I would do to start my music career. What's going on, guys? This is Omari giving you more no nonsense music marketing advice. If you're not subscribed already, click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get updates on new episodes from us. All right, so to finish my statement, if I knew what I knew now, what would I do with $0 and zero fans? So the reason I say that, and this is not to brag or anything, knowing what I know now, that we have a business that does over $1.5 million a year, has a run rate of over $2 million per year, and scheduled to continue growing. What would I do if I knew what I knew now? And so the perspective I'm answering this from is not just somebody yakking on YouTube who doesn't actually make that much money. It's from the perspective of building a business that helps feed people's families, that helps musicians get their music out. That's worked with nearly 10,000 artists. Probably by the time this video's out, probably worked with over 10,000 artists, 10,000 paid artists, not just submissions. There's probably over 100,000 submissions, but 10,000 paid orders and campaigns. What would I do if I knew what I knew now? So the first thing I do is focus on educating myself about marketing. And I'd say that in this day and age, a lot of people say it's not what you know, it's who you know. And some people say it's not who you know, it's what you know. I'm personally of the influence that it is what you know. Who you know can get you to what you know a little bit faster, but you can still find the people who know the things that you want. You hang around the people who know the stuff that you want to know is one thing. But these days you can kind of just search for different topics online. And then you can learn enough knowledge. And when you find yourself butting up against knowledge, like if I can't get any more knowledge on a certain subject, usually that means I'm going to have to pay for it somehow. Like the fastest way to get the knowledge is usually to just pay for it. So Rick Barker talks about this a lot. Shout out to Rick. He's saying if he knew what he knew now, he would just go to companies and he'd just say, look, what's the highest package? What's the highest cost course you have? Just give me that. Because he knows that that's where all the knowledge is. Like he knows that's the fastest way to get what I need to know. It's all organized. I don't have to go looking for something. I don't have to wonder what don't I know about what I don't know. It's all gonna be laid out right there. That's why courses, and look, I'm not gonna sell you a course at the end of this. Like we give out our course whenever people buy promotion. So I'm not gonna send you to a webinar or whatever after this. It's just a fact. Like the fastest way to get something is to usually just pay for it. So even with that mindset, if I had $0, I'd probably go work to go get some dollars. It's perfectly fine to work somewhere else while you're trying to get your dream as a musician, to get that money to then invest in your side business. Right now, this is your side business. Don't look at it as me just being an artist. It's your business, and in that business, you treat it like any other business. If you were going to open up a cookie shop or something, you'd have an LLC for that. You'd get your marketing straight. You'd get your supplies. You get all your stuff together. Treat your music business the same exact way. So don't approach it. You wouldn't approach that cookie shop with just thinking that you're perpetually gonna try to do everything for free. Now you think, okay, how can I get some money together so that I can start investing in it? So the free things you can do is try to gain the knowledge while you're trying to get the money. And so when you finally do have some money to spend, you'll spend it wisely. So if I had, zero knowledge, what's the first place I'd go? So you need to start thinking structured in terms of earning revenue. It's not just like, oh, I put something out there and I hope this money comes back. You have to think more structured than that. You have to think, how much can I put out and how much can I get back? and what are the things that are going to make me money in my music career. So go through the revenue list. What makes artists money? Live shows make artists money. Merchandise makes artists money. Streaming revenue makes artists money. Sync licensing makes artists money. So on and so forth. All these things. And then you think, okay, which one of these makes more money? Okay, if I sell, I can come up with a package, a VIP package to sell to one person for a show. And as a semi-large artist, I can maybe even make that a few $100. If I make the experience that great, like I can make that a few $100. Okay, so that's like your top tier product. All right, what's next? Okay, I have some lower tier tickets. Maybe those go for like $20 or something. All right, so that's another product. I have t-shirts that go for 20 and 25 bucks a pop. I have bags, I have hats. All these things together, all that makes up your revenue. So you're trying to say, okay, how many tickets can I sell per month? Maybe you only tour for 3 months. So then you have to factor that in to your business schedule per year. You need to have, as a business, you have things called profit and loss statements. You have your budget, you have your expected earnings, all that stuff. All that stuff goes together. So even at the beginning, when I'm talking about a run rate, that's like if you made per year what you were making this month, that's your run rate. Now, obviously, you don't intend to stay the same every month. You try to get more. So that's why, run rates might not be the best indicator of success in the business. You're trying to go off more projections than run rates, but that's what that term means. So when you're running through your business strategy, your music business strategy, you gotta map it all out. Have your budget, make your budget. Like that doesn't sound very fun for artists. If you don't want to make your budget, hire a manager or get your friend to be your manager and split some profits with them so that you can have your budget. You need to map this stuff out, guys. It's not just gonna magically come together. Like if you don't do it, who's gonna do it? Like this is what happens to a lot of artists. They bank on, oh, I'm just gonna get signed, and I'm just gonna get a record label to do all this stuff for me. Okay, so what happens if you don't get signed? Well, there goes your chances, and you might have actually had a chance. That's the thing. You might have actually had a chance to become a full-time music artist, but you didn't want to do any of the stuff you didn't want to do. So there goes your chance. So instead of relying on somebody, this is kind of like, I'm probably going to get off on a little tangent, but this is kind of like people with the government. Like they're saying, oh, the government's going to do this for me. The government's going to do that for me. Guess what? The government's not going to do that much for you. They might do some stuff for some folks, but to place your life in their hands is a bad idea. Overall, it's a bad idea. Like you have more control over it than you think, rather than thinking that somebody else is going to swoop in to save you. So if you got $0, 0 fans, one, go find somebody or go find information that will get you structured around how you should spend your money and get money whenever you do have the money, and how you should be treating your fans whenever you do have the fans. So and the reason why I'm not talking about this video in terms of like, oh, just do these free promotion strategies, is because a lot of artists do those anyway, and then they're still not structured. Like they're not thinking long term. In most cases, guys, you're not just gonna have perpetual free promotion of everything for your entire life. You're just not. It's not how businesses function. Most businesses, and as a music artist, you are a business, they do advertising. They do marketing. So you can't stay stuck in that lane of everything's going to be free. It's just not. So you have to think long term of how can I get this to be sustainable? The most sustainable way is to think paid advertising and to have your paid advertising work. So then, you won't be worried about, is this money going to come in? Because you'll pretty much have a good idea. If I spend this much, I'm going to get this much back throughout all my products and all my services and all my shows and all my endorsements. And by the way, and sponsors and endorsements, they like to see consistent returns. That's how you get them to continue being a sponsor. And so that's all I got for this video, guys. If you essentially, to sum it up, if you don't have the money, you don't have the fans, you find a structured way to get those, so that when you do get them, you get to keep them and you get to grow that. So comment in this video, share this video, click that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.